What's up, guys? We didn't get a Nikkei announcement. That was weird. I didn't do anything different, but the girls didn't announce. That's so strange. That's never happened before. I don't know if that was a bug or if that's like a new thing, but welcome everybody to a late edition of your post-work physics class. Starting off like 2 hours later than I normally would. Again, just still like super busy. I've had to go in and do more for the day job a lot lately, plus the extra class that I've been taking. You guys already know, but yeah, point is, things have been a little bit of a struggle. Like, not a struggle. I mean, I don't want to sound like, oh, my life is such a struggle or whatever. That's not what I mean. But like, it's been a struggle to fit everything in. Like, scheduling has been difficult. Actually, scheduled a haircut for tomorrow. Which I'm overdue for. And I had to I couldn't even fit that in because I was like, I wanted to do it on Thursday, but then I realized I was going to have extra work and I could not do it on Thursday. And then I'm going to be out of town on Friday, and I was like, oh my gosh, all right. Wednesday is the only day, so I'm like doing it during a lunch break. It's pretty awkward. There's too much going on, guys. There's too much going on. Anyway, that's enough about my life and like random stuff that I'm sure nobody cares about. We're going to be starting off with Nikkei for the first half of the stream, of course. And then we'll be doing a bit of Etheria, a bit of Silver and Blood. Kind of been having weird feelings about Etheria lately. Which, I mean, I think probably most people have been having weird feelings about it. But I just realized, am I only at 3,000? I need to buy way more of these. But I just spent all my credits. That's annoying. All right. I'm going to be taking on Harvester. Try and get a tier 9 clear for Harvester today. I don't know if it'll happen. But I tried it just as like a brief test last week, I think. I think it was last week. And I got tier 8 without much of a problem. So I don't know if it's going to be possible. But I'm going to give it several tries and see if we can get that tier 9 clear on it. Hey, what's up, Vermuthov? Sorry I didn't see you there in chat. Welcome. Gotta grab some of these, whatever the heck these are called. Various resources. What is that emoji you sent? I want to say it's just like a happy girl with red hair. I don't know. Sup, Bob? It says you can drop Etheria for Silver and Blood, no problem here. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, like, I've really been enjoying Silver and Blood, but also it's kind of just like the new thing. Like, I think it is a legit good game, but I'm not. I wonder like how excited I'll be like a few weeks from now or like a month from now, whatever. Like, I kind of want to see. Hey, look at that. We got level 40 with our girl Isabel. Waifu. Nice. Dude, it's been a long journey. Completed a pilgrim. Oh, let's unfavorite her. Congratulations, Isabel. You are complete. And as far as Etheria goes, I mean, I don't know. Like, you guys have probably noticed that the amount of Etheria content that I've done has definitely fallen off. I don't know. Well, I'll get into more thoughts on it later, I guess. I'm thinking about making a video about just kind of like talking about it. I'm not quitting. Just that's not happening, but we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Lone Syndicate? Welcome to the stream. Vermouth says it's just a yay emoji from another streamer. Oh, okay, I got you. Also dropped a Nihilister emoji. Nice, I like it. Getting close with Delta there. I've been doing so much driving this week. I said I was going to be like, that's enough of like random stuff about my life that you don't care about, but I'm going to complain some more. I've been doing so much driving this week. I've probably spent, like in the last week, I've probably spent a solid 10 to 12 hours in the car, which is not ideal. What's up, Bot6? Welcome to the stream. A lot of these girls are getting pretty close. We're in like mid to high 20s on like most of the people I'm advising right now. Let me move these cables out of the way. My like mic cord is kind of bugging me. There we go. Let's see, three more. Rouge. Rouge says, I get it. This time your students have their final Thursday, then you're going to a convention that Friday and you're not caught up with the grading. Sounds like you're gonna have a busy weekend. Let's see, Grave. Dude, I was just saying this to somebody the other day. I feel like being a teacher is rough. Let's see. Don't create situations that you need to apologize for in the place. You don't need. You just need to do it with sincerity. There we go. Nice. Because I feel like, I mean, you know, teaching can definitely be kind of a fun job. It can be a very rewarding job. But I feel like it's also like pretty rough, right? Just like dealing with students. And like nowadays in particular, I feel like with AI, it's got to just be like difficult to figure out, you know, like what are we even doing? Like what are the students doing or not? I don't know. It just, I feel like it adds like a whole other layer that has to be a bit, you know, difficult for teachers to navigate. And I tried to invite Mana out for coffee, and she's just like, no, I'm too busy. All right, Mana, we can't work out. I need to be able to go grab coffee with my girl. I'm not trying to date someone who does nothing but work. After I was complaining that I had way too much work to do recently. But yeah. You're at a community college, so you don't really have a boss. That's the benefit. Okay. I'm guessing that means you don't have like some department head that's like dictating things or something. I know oftentimes in community colleges, like sometimes you might, depending on what subject you're teaching, you might literally just be like the professor of whatever that is, or maybe you have like one other person that also is teaching that field, but it's less than if it was at like a four-year university, I believe. Okay, what was I gonna do next? Maybe, oh, let's just get the absolute event out of the way. Lone Syndicate says I should have invited her out for a drink instead. She would have definitely said yes. Yeah, you think so? I don't know. I feel like if Mana's already being too much of a workaholic to go out for coffee, would she have said yes to a drink? She'd probably be like, oh, I can't wake up the next morning with a hangover. I don't know, is that Mana's voice? I ascribed her like some hyper effeminate breathy voice. I don't even know what Mana's English voice actor sounds like. All right, let's go to the shop. There are 3 teachers of you teaching this class, but we all get along. Your boss is technically the dean, but you've only met her a few times. All right, nice. So sounds like you kind of get left alone to just do what needs to be done. Nobody likes too much of a micromanager or too much oversight. I don't know, maybe some people do. All right. Let's just get to it. You know what? Let's start fighting Harvester. By the way, I know a lot of people are probably not able to make it that would normally watch my stream because we're starting so late. But for those of you that are watching on YouTube, I would appreciate a like. It would definitely help me out. Doesn't Mana and friends go out drinking like every night? Oh, have I forgotten that lore? Maybe. Wait, who are Mana's friends? You just max stalled, made mast. You don't know who to upgrade anymore? I don't know. Have you gotten like a max collectible on like all of your main DPS units? Are there any treasure units you don't have yet? I think those are kind of like the obvious choices. Yulha is one of them? You know what? That makes sense. That checks out. I could definitely see Yulha and Mana hanging out. That checks out. They're both like workaholics and always tired. Okay, interception. You have all the obvious choices? Well, I don't know. Maybe you should build something like wacky, like out of left field, you know? Like what's an obscure unit that you personally like that, you know, isn't really that good? Okay, Harvester. So we're going to be trying the, where's it? This team here with Summer Eleg. What I need to do, so our first run is just going to be a test really quick to see how many burst cycles exactly it is until I need to burst with Eleg. So I'm just going to kind of like count this out. Okay, so that's our second burst. I think I need to do like at least 5. That's number 3. Number 4. It's number 5. And we're 1 minute into it. Number 6. Okay, now we hit it. Okay. So basically, anytime I burst after a minute and 40 seconds, we'll say, then I need to burst with Eleg. So I should be able to burst with her twice. The third one's not going to happen. Lone Snicket also forgot that Mana goes out drinking with Yulha. And Brid. Huh. Okay, I mean, yeah, that checks out. Although Brid loves her coffee. Brid would definitely take a coffee if I asked her out for coffee. Okay, so this is our first, like, quote-unquote real attempt. Like, not really a real attempt, but, I mean, I'm sure we'll have to redo this many times. Alright, destroyed the head. What's up, Marcius? Welcome to the stream. Did I just come from the gym? I actually just took a shower. Okay, so on this next one, I'm going to need to burst with E-Leg. Okay. Here comes the QTE. Nice. Easy clear there. Oh, I didn't clear that quickly at all. Okay, possibly the next one can be an E-Leg burst. "30 seconds. I don't know if we're going to get there, guys. I don't know if we're going to get there. Crown is taking a lot of damage. Oh my god, Crown almost died. We're like kind of close. Ooh, it's close. It's close. People started dying at the end there. That's unfortunate. I don't think I would have had the damage anyway. But man, in the last 10 seconds there, people really started to die. The Darkness Falls. Summer Mari and Winter Rupee are happening in next month. Yeah, so we're going to get all of those like banner reruns in September. So for like newer players that miss those, you can go for them. I will say, these are units that are like purely just because you're a fan of them. You like their aesthetic or you like the characters. You're just like a, you know, collector. You want to get every unit. They are not units that you should pull for from like a power perspective. So if you're just trying to like optimize your account, don't go for those units. But it's cool that they're rerunning them. It'll give people a chance. 5 billion damage, 1 boot. Yeah. Yeah, it was not great rewards. So, okay, is there something I could change about my investment? I don't know. I could definitely have more optimized lines. And my Dorothy's collectible is not finished. Let's go back to the lobby really quick. Grab this. Welcome everybody who has just joined the stream, those that are lurking. Okay, so let's open some stuff. And maybe I can level up Dorothy's collectible, maybe? Probably not, hopefully. Oh, had to sneeze. But I can definitely get more damage if I can level up Dorothy's collectible. There's certainly room for like overload line optimization as well. Which, I mean, that's a whole thing. Like, maybe that will happen, maybe that won't happen. So it might be a case of just waiting. Okay, looks like I opened everything I can here. So Dorothy, where are you at? Dang, Dorothy's pretty high there. It kind of feels really weird to not use Quincy, to be honest. Like, Quincy is really, really strong. But this has kind of proven to be the better damage. Okay, so we got a 4.7% chance to level up her collectible. Let's see if we can get there. Come on. I need extreme luck right now. Yeah, that wasn't happening. That was never happening. Poor Dorothy will have to wait. Her lines are actually really good. So we got attack and elemental damage. Elemental damage and ammo. Elemental, critical, and ammo. Elemental, critical, and crit. I mean, I only have one line of attack. I do only have one line of attack. But it's kind of awkward, like... Because I got elemental damage on line 1 of every single piece of equipment, aside from the one that already has attack and elemental damage. So, like... Yeah, I think it just is what it is for now. Unless I want to start dumping, like, a huge amount of crystals into her. What about Helm's overload lines? I don't know what they are like. Charge damage and attack. Attack. Attack, elemental ammo. Well, that's really good. Attack and hit rate. Okay, so... I could definitely use a lot more elemental damage. So maybe I re-roll some of these. Because I only have... Yeah, people will say I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to lock this attack. And then let's try getting something more here. Nothing. Let's lock it again. Charge speed. All right, well, I mean, technically that's something. Does that mean I want to... Okay, so now we'll lock this one and re-roll because, like, hit rate doesn't do anything, right? So we might as well keep that charge speed or charge damage or whatever that we got on the other one. Hey, elemental damage. It's like a terrible roll of elemental damage and kind of low attack too. So in this case, this is great. Let's just reset the attributes. I think that might be literally the lowest possible roll for attack. We did increase the elemental damage, but we're going to keep effects and just try it again. Okay, I think this is probably worth changing to. But let's try it again. Charge speed you think is critical for her in PvP? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Although, I don't know if she's, like, amazing in PvP anyway. Kind of getting some pretty mid rolls here. Yeah, these are not impressive. Oh my god, that's terrible. Wow. Okay, this is going to be our last one here. No. Okay. All right. So, a small boost on Helm. We did get elemental damage. And what did I get over here? A little bit of charge speed. So, very small boost of damage from Helm. She can still get a lot more. So, I don't know. Let me look at my E-Leg skills. I don't know if it's worth leveling these up. I think skill 1 is the most important. If I'm really trying to push to tier 9, maybe I should just max these out, honestly. Also, her doll is, like, you know, a phase 0 blue doll. So that's not exactly great. But let's just give it a try. Let's try it again. I don't think that really like made the difference. But you never know. Tier 9, let's go. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's just restart. That was bad. Try and focus down the head as much as I can. Go. It's down. Knocked him down to the ground again. We're at 9 stacks. I think we got one more burst before we can burst with E-Leg. Oh, maybe 2 more. Oh no, I think we can do this. I was a little delayed on that burst. Because for a second I was like, wait, did she hit 13? So I'm purposely not quick charging with Helm because we get so much burst gauge fill from Siren anyway, and I want as much healing as I can from Helm. So I feel like I can't afford to quick charge because we take a significant amount of damage since we're just trying to like completely ignore the bombs. Already up to 11 ghosts again. We took out that much more cleanly. Tier 8. It's looking like we're on like pretty much the exact schedule we were before, to be honest. I think we're going to get a hair more damage than we did last time. Still, I mean, that was close-ish, but, like, it's still pretty far off. I think I need a solid, like, I don't know, maybe like 12, 13 seconds more at that rate of damage. This team really helps? Yeah, glad it's helping you, Darkness. Like, this is definitely a good team. But I think I need to get some better lines on Helm and possibly commit to upgrading E-Leg all the way to 10 on all 3 of her skills. Finishing Dorothy's last few levels on her collectible would help a little bit. I think those things would, you know, probably push me over the edge. So I'm going to come back to this and maybe we'll get her tier 9 clear like next week or something. Marcia says, so I ended up getting Yunhua and Emma. I'm so screwed for Vesti and everything else afterwards. Did you spend all your resources? I mean, hey, you got 2 new units, so could be worse, I guess. Missiles tower. What am I fighting? Oh, it's rebuild stout. I think this is a rebuild stout, right? Yeah. The thing about rebuild stout, you kind of just don't do anything. And like, hopefully you have Pierce to hit his head, or eventually you just like kill him through the shield. But like offensively, he kind of does nothing. And okay, I was OP. I just like beat him in 30 seconds. So he didn't even bring up his shield. Tia did a little happy dance for us. Was I sandbagging on, like, Missile's Tribe Tower for a long time? Like, why am I blowing through these so easily? I was not expecting this. Like, I think on some of the Tribe Towers, I'm starting to get to the point where it's, like, kind of hard. I have to, like, really work to push through them. But apparently not on Missilus. Although Mihara kind of really helps with that, right? Like, having an overspec unit for one of the Tribe Towers does make you, like, a little OP. What? Did I just misclick? Huh. Okay, what do I have left to do? Was that like everything? I guess we've kind of done everything, huh? So tomorrow, Vesti comes out. Are you guys hyped for her? Like, let's do a little survey for the YouTube peeps. Are you gonna pull for Vesti? Let's see. Poll is live. I thought about trying to do like clever options for answers, and then I just whatever. This Quincy is hotter than the free one? Yeah. Although the free one looks pretty good. I mean, I was a fan of Quincy back then, but yeah. Her second version is even better. Okay, we're gonna just do a single friendship poll. So the reason why I've kind of been like, I have been using friendship polls, but like less than normal, and I haven't been doing blue ticket polls lately, is because I haven't gotten the absolute units. And so since I haven't gotten the absolute units, I need to add them to the wish list and hope I get lucky on some of these banners, right, in the future. So that means no polling for random units right now. Look at that. We one-tapped an R, Nikke. Soldier EG. Woohoo. One of the few Nikkes that actually looks like a legit soldier, actually. Do I have something waiting for me in the outpost? I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure this is just because I have to watch some affection, like, story videos. Yeah, okay. By the way, State of the Union, we are looking for one more player. We are specifically looking for a whale. Okay, so we're looking for someone with a very high power level. Someone who is. I'm definitely not weak. I'm a day one player, right? And this isn't like a real account, so like this is a little bit weird. But we're looking for someone who's like at least that like 1500k, maybe like 17, 18, something like that. We're looking for a very high powered account. We have been in the process of rebuilding after a few people left and a few people retired. And we are, trying to be competitive, get back into that top 50. Of course, last time we were missing a few members, so there's no way we could make it. But we're recruiting for some more really high power accounts so we can get back up there. So if you're interested or you know someone who has a really strong account that might be interested, send them my way. Send me a DM on Discord. And I guess that's it. Yo, like when there's like not really, because we're waiting on like hard mode to release for this too. So like when it's literally just the normal dailies for Nikke, that goes by quick. I mean, I guess I have been streaming for what? Wait, how long have I been streaming for? Why doesn't it show my time? Am I blind? Where does it normally show that? That's kind of weird. Anyway, I've probably been streaming for like the last 40 minutes or something. So, I mean, it still kind of took a while, but still. I feel like I'm blind. Why can't I see where it shows my time of streaming? I feel like normally I just like glance down and it's right in front of my face. And I don't know, my face isn't working right now. You say 41 minutes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's almost exactly what I thought it was going to be. You already got Emma and Eunhwa. You can't just not get the full squad at this point. I mean, yeah, like, especially because if you got Emma and Eunhwa, then, like, Vesti's the whole point. Like, they're going to power her up. So, yes, definitely, if you got the other two, pull for Vesti for sure. And if you didn't pull the other two, Vesti's going to be the best on her own, so probably pull for Vesti. What you didn't really want to do is like only pull for Emma or like only pull for Eunhwa, something like that. Apparently Shift Up wants to clear our dailies faster. You don't get it. Yeah, they are definitely adding more convenience factors. A lot of people are happy about that though. So according to the poll on YouTube, 100% of people say they're going to pull for Vesti. I'll be pulling for Vesti too. I'm pretty sure I want to get at least one copy of Vesti. Because like I said in my skill analysis, I think she's going to be the answer to getting a full clear on Indivilla. And maybe you use her with the other two from her squad in that case. Maybe you don't. But I think that Vesti is a character that's going to be like a worthwhile DPS. That could be just like good in a variety of situations. All right, anyway. Time to hop over to some Etheria real quick. And we can talk about the depressing topic that is Etheria. You know what? We got a really good dev note. And I talked about it. I made a video about it. And I think there's a lot of positive changes. But it's also like they're not necessarily changing the things that need to be changed. Let's see. Fit to screen. Fit to screen. What? Didn't I literally just make sure that this would be working? Oh, oops. No. Hello? There we go. All right. You already got Emma and Eunhwa too? Nice. Yeah, so you're set for Vesti. You're set for Vesti. Definitely you want to get a copy of her. Otherwise, it's like, was it worth it to get the other two? Probably not. Yeah, so we got a pretty good dev notes, honestly. Um, they're adding some quality of life things. They're adding the module forge, which is huge. That's really good. That event's about to start, but it's an event. Like, I don't know. Like, did we need this to be an event? Also, I should share that I'm streaming over on the Etheria, whatever it's called. Hold up. Where is the share your videos channel? Share your videos. Here we go. And I should change the game that I'm playing on Twitch because half the time I forget to do that. So I feel like, and like, I don't know, this game is so weird because honestly, like, it's super free to play friendly. It's super free to play friendly. Like, it's almost hard not to get at least one copy of most new banners. Like, the pity is really low, the rates are decent, it's very generous with giving you gems. Now, does that mean you're going to get like a ton of like duplicates of all of them? No, but that doesn't even really matter that much in this game. Are you going to be able to get every LD character? Maybe not. But like, it's honestly really free to play friendly. But then, like, at the same time, they're kind of catering to this like hyper competitive, like min-max audience that are interested in free to play and like figuring out the best possible comps to like run Inferno. And so these are the type of people that like would spend money, and then so they're like the people that are like sticking with the game, right? But then if we go to the shop, the things that people want to buy most are perfect lattices. And look at this, $100 to get a perfect lattice. Now, granted, it's not just for the perfect lattice, right? You get 40 LD poles, which is kind of crazy. But still, and then we have another $100 pack that gets you two of them. $200, right? In the weekly packs, there is a $30 one. So this is one that I think like most spenders probably buy, to be honest. It kind of comes with poo-poo other resources, but you can get a perfect glass for 30. But people complain about this, that like they can't buy. I got the free one of the ones I can exchange crystals for. That they can't buy more perfect lattice. I've heard like multiple like whales talk about this. So it's kind of weird. $60 gacha skin isn't just the gacha skin. Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's true. Like in Nikkei, they give you like a bunch of other resources, really good resources, honestly. So, but the point that I'm making here is like, you kind of go from being like either free to play or like a really big spender. Like, there's very little incentive to be like a low spender or dolphin who maybe spends like $10, $20, $50 a month, that kind of thing. Which I think is actually where the majority of revenue comes for most gacha games. Because obviously people aren't getting any money from free-to-play players. And like, yes, whales spend a lot of money, but you can't have a successful game just based off of whales. You want to convert as many of those free-to-play players to being those like consistent monthly low spenders. And I feel like that's not happening in this game. So I don't know. It's just, like I said, kind of a weird situation. Let's do a Phantom Theater. And I'll set up a room. Copy. If anybody in chat wants to join, if not, I'll just kind of like admit whoever joins. Oh, we already got someone who tried to join right away. Clearly that's not somebody in chat, so I'll just wait. The next person that joins I'll accept though. You're either a whale or a plankton. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, pretty much. It's a bit weird. All right, we'll accept this person. Oh no, they already entered another room. Okay, oops. Oh, oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Application list. Here we go. I will contribute a clause. Oh, he already did Ling Lo. Okay. I will contribute a. Oh, they did a Freya. Okay, dude, this guy is just gonna make the whole team. Okay. And a Kachi the guard, or a Valerian. I don't. Yeah, the guy just wants to build the whole team. Okay, all right, sure. Let's go for it. So yeah, I don't know. I hate just like continuing to like complain about it. And actually, I feel like I don't complain about it. And I see like the majority of Ethereum content creators are mostly like criticizing the game, and like rightfully so, honestly. Like rightfully so. But I'm not sure that's like the kind of content I want to make, right? Like I want to be honest, and I do enjoy the game still. Um, But part of the reason why I've like slowed down on making content for Etheria is because it's like mostly critiques, like realizing that like the North American European launch is just the beta for the Asia version. The kind of continuing strange decisions they make. But yeah, it just is how it is. And I've always said that I really like the core gameplay, which is basically the only thing this game has. It's the core gameplay, right? Because for any kind of game, people will enjoy a game for one of three reasons, or multiple of them. But they have to enjoy a game for at least like one of these three reasons. It's either going to be the visuals, the story, or the actual core gameplay, right? Like what are the mechanics, the things that you're doing. It's one of those three things, okay? So, it might just be that the game looks like beautiful. It has like hyper realistic graphics, and so they're going for that. Or like it's Brown Dust 2 and every character is basically porn, and so the visuals are appealing in that way. Whatever. For whatever reason, people will like a game for the visuals. Or they really like the story, right? And like the extreme end of this would be like a visual novel or something like that, where it's like just like only story. But like Nikke is really really strong in the story. People really like go for the story. And then like in Etheria, the visuals are good, but like nothing remarkable. They're not impressive. Like no one's gonna play this game just because of the visuals, right? And they just don't do a story. They kind of had a story at the beginning, but they have since then not released any main campaign story since, and they don't do any new story events or introductions to any new characters, so we can just say there's no story. So the only thing that it has going for it is the core gameplay. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the core gameplay has to be good enough. Marcia says, is there enough incentive to come back to it every day? Well, that's the thing. So I previously would have always said yes, because I didn't really mind the grind to farm gear. And I like run a competitive union, and I enjoy doing the arena, and like, even if I don't have the best units, I just like, try and be competitive at like whatever level I can be, right? And so that was an incentive to come back every day. Because like the PvP and like guild versus guild and whatever was really, really good. But I feel like recently I've been feeling like that's actually not been nearly as fun, because the grind of PvP is starting to get crazy. Like they just like they made the meta so grindy and like incentivized to play, just like these mid-range bruiser units the matches go on forever. And like if you don't have certain units like Holden, you're just like cooked once you try and get into like the higher ranks. And so then like you're not even able to get to like diamond or above where you can do the pre-bans, which makes the whole experience worse. And initially, I feel like it took a while for this to trickle down because I actually felt like there were kind of two different metas. And like in the lower ranks of like platinum and below, it was actually still pretty varied, but that's starting to not be the case anymore. And we're kind of getting stuck in the same quagmire that the higher ranks are now. So I've been less incentivized or excited to play PvP. I'm still logging in every day, but it just started to hit me a couple days ago. And maybe part of it is because I started playing Silver and Blood, and I'm actually really enjoying that. And like, so, you know, then when I'm like, oh, I gotta log in and do my like daily arena runs or like try and farm equipment for Etheria, and it's like not as exciting because I'm like more excited about Silver and Blood. So that's probably part of it. There we go. We got our triple S. Thank you for the help. So I don't know. I am actually gonna make a video. I just said that I didn't like to make a bunch of videos that are nothing but like, I don't want to say complaints because it's not that I'm just complaining, but like critiques and like things that I wish were better about the game, right? But I am gonna make a video maybe tomorrow, or like probably not actually because there's gonna be a Vesti release, but soon, because we're getting a new patch for Etheria, and some of the things they said in that patch were concerning to me. And it's not going to just be like a patch notes review because it's kind of too late for that. But I want to talk about sort of more how the patch is sort of shifting my thinking about the game and where I think the dev's head is at. The dev's head. They're like a collective body, one dev, the developers. How long have you been playing this? Since day one. So at this point, it's been like 3 months, I want to say. Something like that. You know, it's funny because this Cubic game was originally like my least favorite event. And it's actually been what I've been enjoying the most recently. So we're going to reset until we can get a perfect lattice shard. Ooh, maybe we won't be able to get one today. Dang. All right. That's unfortunate. Well, at least we have the possibility to get a pull, so that's not terrible, I guess. So I guess I'll just put this here. So we're just going to try and build up this one in the left corner as much as possible and, like, screw everything else. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So whatever more stars we can increase on that. Because, like, as far as just, like, credits go, yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, I guess we'll put this here. Stick this one down here. What does this say? Cubic healing. Oh, I don't need to eliminate a thing. All right. We have one more. How many more? I lost track of how many I did already. Huh. Ooh, let's stick this right here. All right, we at least got to the red 1 star. Red 1 star is not bad. So we get anywhere from 2 to 5 pulls, which is pretty cool. And this is what I'm saying. This game is really generous with its currency. Like, it's super free to play friendly if you're just like trying to get one of each unit. So it's cool, honestly. And, you know, like, the game deserves praise to get, you know, it deserves praise for, like, what it did right. You know what I mean? Ooh, I don't have equipment on somebody. I don't have equipment on Obol. All right, well, we'll just switch. Let's go with Kraken instead. Sure. What? Now who doesn't have equipment? Doesn't Kraken have equipment? Yeah. Yelly? Oh, she's missing. Why is she missing like one random module? Hold up. That's kind of bizarre. How did that happen? She just like doesn't have one on here? She should have. Wait, what do I have? Crit rate, crit damage. Okay, yeah, we want this crit rate one. There we go. All right. I don't know how that got taken off of her. Here we go. Oh, did I ever end the poll? I did not. All right, let's end this poll. Yes, we're getting new units released this week for Etheria as well. And they're like supposed to be targeted PvE and specifically Rengokutsu. So that should be exciting. Although my personal big struggle is beating Inferno Hoyon. I've beaten everything else. But for whatever reason, Hoyon is extremely difficult for me. And I've run teams that people have success with. And I don't know if my builds are just terrible. Because beating Hoyon has just not happened for me. Like, one, I don't have Shadow Sonya. I tried to do a dot team against Hoyon with just Fangus and Obel. And it didn't work. It didn't work. And then I tried doing a team with Liliam. And somehow I'm just not doing enough damage. And I don't know how to get more damage out of Liliam. So if anybody has tips for me on like what I'm doing wrong with Liliam, let me know. Yeah, we'll put in Kraken this time. Because I ever built completely with a White Fang and Fury Edge, and she's got a maxed out skill 3 to level 5, and her other skills aren't complete yet. But even after I've like hit Rengokutsu with like the defense down debuff from Kloss, and then at least hit him with like my skill 3 from Liliam, I'm still just not doing the damage that I've seen other people do. And I'm just not sure where that damage is coming from. I don't know if I'm just running the wrong modules on the right side. It's possible. But I don't know what the right modules are, I guess. I was doing a mix of like crit rate, crit damage, and attack boost. And maybe I should be going all in on crit. Maybe? I don't know. I also need to adjust the base assignments for new people that entered my union. Because we use a spreadsheet to assign different people to specific bases. So I need to do that. But I won't bore you guys on stream with that. Well, you guys just like, you know, don't see anything happening while I'm like working on a spreadsheet. So we'll do that after stream, I guess. So yeah, this is my Liliam build. Like, I don't know. Do I need higher attack to hit Rengokutsu really fast? Or do I need more crit damage? Maybe. I can get her to 100% crit rate, but then that's going to take away a little bit of crit damage and a little bit of attack. And I have tried that as well, but yeah. I know some people use was it count on her. I don't have a really strong count that would have like, you know, a good third matrix line on it though. So that's why I'm not running count. Oh shoot, hold up. I just didn't pick a 4th unit. That's a problem. There we go. I don't know if I would have won that anyway or not. Lone Syndicate says, you heard they buffed Liliam. Did they make her broken, or is she still destroying everything now? Liliam is extremely good in PvP, and people have had a lot of success with her in PvE, but I haven't been able to get it to work for whatever reason. Because I've seen people just like nuke down Rengokutsu or Hoyon with Liliam like really fast. But like I said, I'm just not sure where the extra damage for that is coming from, because I haven't been able to hit that hard with her. Marcis is going to get going. Streaming again next week. Yeah, of course. Of course we'll be streaming next week. I'm also going to be streaming this Thursday, because going back to the normal day just for this week, it'll again be kind of like a later stream. But I'm going to be out of town on Friday. So I will be streaming again this week on Thursday. And then, of course, Tuesday, Friday, the next week as well. I've also stopped like max refreshing. There's been a couple days where I haven't refreshed at all recently, actually. Go to the event. Because I feel like, I don't know, part of it is motivation. And then part of it is just like not really seeing the reason to nowadays. Just because like there's nothing really big that I want unless I could finally beat Inferno Hoyon, since that's the one thing I haven't done. Or if it's the like double X event, then I'm gonna farm like a ton of like Doki Doki or whatever, right? But that only happens once a month. Okay, let's grab one of these. I am saving some summons. So we've got 122 and then like over 11,000 gems. All right, Vermouth, thanks for hanging out. See you later. So let's do Arena. Arena's the thing that we do with this game. Let's do one Summon Arena match. But like I said, just like in the last couple of days, I've felt like I didn't even really want to do this, which previously I legit really enjoyed this. And it takes a lot longer to find a match, which is a bad sign. You can tell that less people want to do this. I think one, they're like running out of some players. And two, people are just sick of doing PvP even specifically because the matches are just way too grindy. All right, I'm going to first pick a Liliam. Second pick a Yeli. We're just going to get our big DPS options in there. What's coming next for Nikke? Well, tomorrow Vesti is dropping. I'll be doing polls for Vesti, and I'll be testing her out on her own as well. All right, so they're going big healer stuff. And frickin' Holden. So I don't have Holden. Oh, no, he didn't pick Holden. Interesting. You don't have to show your hand like that, but he did. All right, so he picked Kazuyo, which is interesting to pick a Kazuyo into my Liliam. So he might be planning to just ban my Liliam. He did pick the Ling Lo, which takes away one of my cleansing options. I'm going to go for Hellkid. He'll pretty easily counter the Kazuyo, even if he bans the Liliam. Unless his Kazuyo is super fast, which is possible. Oh, I get a second pick. Yo, I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to go for Obel. And then our last pick could really be anything. Could be Rahu, could be Hoyon, could be Freya. Just depends on what he's picking. Could even be Valerian. We're probably going to ban that Holden. He's going tanky with the Viper, maybe? Tanky with the Mizuki Makoto. Okay. I think I pick Rahu and then ban his Holden. Yeah, Bunny Girl event is coming up. Yeah, it was in the developer notes. I don't know if it's actually the next event. I think it's going to be in September. But yeah, we're going to get all the like bunny costumes rerun and some new bunny costumes. All right, so he is very fast. The Lily gets to go, and then the Kazuo gets to go, and then the Ling Lo even gets to go. So he has a lot of crazy speed gear, because if even his Ling Lo is outspeeding my Hellkid, that's kind of crazy. The good news is he has like basically no source of damage, but he's still extremely tanky. And I don't really have any form of healing. So it could be bad for me. If I had gotten to go a little bit more, I might have more of a chance. But he was so fast that I didn't get a chance to like put up a shield with Hellkid. Yeah, I don't know what kind of speed gear this guy has, but like I said, Ling Lo even getting to go before my Hellkid is kind of terrifying. I think my draft was actually pretty solid here, but getting outgeared. Obel goes down. Unfortunate, but whatever. Rahu finally gets a turn. Alright, finally we get to put up our shield, but it's kind of like a little too late. We've already taken way too much damage here. I think coming back from this is going to be extremely hard, especially because he's going to heal up Kazuo again. I mean, the good news is we can't get put to sleep easily at this point, but we're still fighting a pretty big uphill battle. He got a lot of turns in a row. Broke through the Yelly shield. That's unfortunate. Dude, this guy is extremely fast. Like, he just keeps getting to lap me. It's kind of frustrating. That's pretty frustrating. And this is actually kind of a really strange matchup. Like, neither one of us have, like, the quote-unquote meta teams at all. This was kind of a weird one. Honestly, even this kind of match does make me feel a lot less motivated. Also, notice we weren't in the same league. That's how few players there are to matchmake. He wasn't in Gold 1, which is what should be is always happening. But yeah, they had to pull someone from a higher rank just to like give me a match. All right, ETH Arena. So, this is very meta, and they're going to be nerfing Tiamat, which I'll talk about this in the video. It's one of the things that concerns me the most. Even though she's contributing to like the very stale meta at the moment, I still think it's a bad decision. And like all the options, look at this. It's like double healer, Rahu Tiamat. Double healer, Rahu Tiamat. And then we have a classic cleave team here. Although double cleave, actually, that's interesting. But I probably get outsped by them. They're probably super fast. So we'll refresh. This is kind of a weird one. Let's fight this. This is sort of an interesting team. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Okay, we don't want Obol for this match, and I think we want our own healer. So we'll bring in Ling Lo, and otherwise I think we keep the same team. Let's just... Yeah, sure, we'll hit Fangus. Why not? Alright, put up our shield. And, of course, we gotta take out Sonya first, so she doesn't start reviving people. And we'll nuke her with Yeli. And we won the match at this point. Boom. Victory. Well, they tried something different. I applaud them for that. They tried something different. It wasn't just like the same stuff that everybody does all the time. Okay, let's try a new strategy, okay? I don't care about my rank. I don't care about my rank. I'm just going to, for the next 8 tickets, I'm going to fight whoever the highest ranked person is available to me. And we'll just see what happens. This is kind of an interesting experiment. Okay, so against this team, I think I want to bring my own Freya. She can cleanse, and she's going to be pretty fast. And maybe I keep Ling Lo as well. Also, I just gotta hope that my... and then maybe I take out Yeli and put in Liliam. We'll see what happens. Nope, I lose. His Lily goes first. We're gonna die in one shot here. It's just how it is. So their whole thing is that they're trying to make an esports game, right? They want this to be like a balanced, PvP focused, competitive game. And I like that idea. And I worry that they're just bad at it. That's kind of my current thinking at the moment. Because they try fixes, and the fixes are badly timed, and they don't do what they want them to do. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. But they're not doing it. Okay, so I think in this case, I do want Hellkid. And maybe I don't want Hellkid, actually. I think I want Viper. And we'll try this. Oh, his Lily's faster. What did she buff? What happened? That was weird. Okay. Alright, we're gonna target Liliam and let's take out Sonya. That's a tanky Sonya. That is a tanky Sonya. Okay, we'll AoE them. Probably get hit by Holden. Yep. The Viper can take it. Alright, ruin their cooldown. Hopefully kill Sonya this time. Dang. Still extremely tanky. Alright, well we gotta heal. She's not going to be able to do her big heal this time, but she will heal a little bit. Okay, we stunned her. We stunned her. There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's heal. And we'll buff Liliam. And now, oh my god, she has no health left. She has no that's crazy. And then our Liliam dies, but at least we kill what's her face with the revenge. This is kind of bad though, because now we have like very little damage and we're still facing down Holden and Liliam. That's annoying. Dude, I really wish that Sonya didn't survive with like a sliver of health. It's not necessarily over. We still have a possibility, but this is going to be rough. Oh. Dude, the Law of Silence actually got a chance to activate again. That's crazy. Okay. That is unfortunate, because she could be kind of almost getting killed here if we got to attack her with everything. Oh my god. If Linglo... Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. We are definitely cooked now. Let's do this. Like, we're still pretty tanky, but... yeah. Good news is their Liliam doesn't do a ton of damage. Okay, we have some hope. We have some hope. I would say advantage us slightly at this point. That Artisan Shield was pretty clutch right now. I think Artisans, having our like double Artisan here, is giving us the advantage, whereas he only has Artisan over on Holden. And if we kill the Lily, then we probably just win this. Welcome those that just joined the stream. It's kind of looking a lot better. Okay, yeah, I think we got this now. We'll just auto it. Another long ass match, but it was interesting. It had its twists and turns. This was kind of more fun. Like, so I don't know, this kind of match gives me hope. Like that was enjoyable. That was interesting. All right, but sticking with our rule, we're just attacking the highest ranked person and seeing what happens. This is an interesting team. We got Yeli, Rosa, Mio, Doki Doki. I don't know. This is very... I probably just die because, like, Doki Doki and Yeli mess up my day. Like, we definitely want to do a different team against this one, I think. I think I still want... I probably want Freya here. Do I want Freya here, actually? I still want these people over here. I think I don't want Liliam. I think I want Rahu. And maybe Obel. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this. Doki Doki is fast AF. Ooh, we probably just die here. Okay, we survived. Oh, that lucky bitch. Of course he gets the long chain and just kills Rahu. That's really annoying. Of course, Rahu would have died to Rosa at that point anyway. He's got a lot of speed. And at this point, there's really no hope. There's really no hope. But I'll heal through it anyway. Just see what we can do. Yeah, I really got outstatted at that point. He had a lot of speed. A lot of speed. Okay, so I will need to refresh because we got to fight a different person. Yeli, Mio, Lily. Oh boy, okay. It's just so since I don't have Holden or Tiamat, it's really hard to tank through this. Especially because I only have one lighthouse built anyway. So I just can't do the super tanky meta team. So in this case, I have to either stick with like kind of like what I have and just hope my Lily is faster than their Lily, which it's probably not. Or I have to try and just do like other weird stuff. I'm going to try using Hoyon. And we're going to use Valerian. And we're going to try something like this. Does Hoyon have equipment on her? Yes, she does. Okay, good. Yeah, his Lily goes first, and his Mio goes first. I'm definitely cooked on this match. Well, let's buff Hoyon. And we'll try to stun everyone. Cool, everyone's stunned. Do I get greedy? And just try and like use a normal attack so I can save this for someone bigger? She'll probably die. That's the thing. So I better just use it now. We brought back our Valerian because we got the kill, so Hoyon gets the revive. Let's seal their skill 3. Try and stun them again. Alright, who do we go for here? Mio? I think I'd try and kill Mio. Okay, okay. We might have something here. We might have something here. So we try and take down the Lily, because Valerian has, like, literally, like, no damage. I'm going to put the invincibility on Hoyon, because, like, she just needs to live. And then I'm going to buff Hoyon. Oh, but I fucked up. That was actually a really stupid thing that I just did. I wasted the invincibility. I don't know why I did that. I should have buffed Obel. That was just like a silly mistake. Oh, Valerian made her invincible. Okay. Alright. So we'll attack Valerian. Let's do the health equalization. Okay, things are looking pretty comfortable now, actually. I think we're going to be okay. Wait, Lily doesn't still have the buff, does she? No, she's good. Okay, we can attack Lily. Yeah, I don't see there's any way for them to win at this point. Fortunately, my stupid mistake actually didn't come back to bite me. Alright, and we'll just auto it from here on out. Okay, now we are fighting... This is like the classic Cleave team. Like, this is the day one Cleave team. So, I'm probably slower, and Hoyon won't get to do her thing against Messiah, so we're not going to use her. He also eats through defense, so Rahu isn't really a great counter either. Again, like, having a Hoyon or Tiamat, like, you know, with a lot of bloodbath would be nice here. But I don't. So, I don't know, where does that leave me? Let's see, 255. No, my Obel is much faster. I think I have to just try and contest speed. Because I don't have the ways to survive. So I really have to hope my Lily is faster. And try and, like, use Obel. And then I think, let's see, I need to bring Didding. Wait, yeah. And then hope that I can snipe the Messiah with Didding. And otherwise... probably some secondary source of damage. Maybe I use Rahu as a, like, just-in-case backup. He might be able to survive through Messiah. We'll see. Alright, so yeah, they're really fast as predicted. So, yeah, we probably just die here. Alright, well... our Lily got to cut ahead. So... Didding will not be able to get in front of a Messiah. But maybe Obel can. We need to land the stun. We even landed on Kloss. Okay, we have some hope. We have some hope. Welcome, those that just joined the stream. There we go. All right, cool. And now we just win. Now it just doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll target Kloss, I guess. Sure, whatever. Unless auto. That was kind of a strange one. You know, just attacking like the highest ranked person every time has turned into some actually kind of interesting matches. It's made it a bit more fun. Okay, how many more do we have? Like 3, I think? Yeah, 3. Oh, this is miserable. I'm definitely losing this, but we'll stick with the rule. I just, like, there's no way to cleave them, and I don't have the units to try and out-tank them. So, in theory, I can try and CC them, but that's going to be so hard to do. Dang. Like, I don't know how to do this. Okay, I think I'm going to use Kraken as well as Obel. And maybe I keep Rahu just because he's pretty tanky. We're not going to use Lily. And I think I throw in Hoyon to hopefully between the two of these I can like take down their healers quickly. I could use Liliam. Liliam could take out Sonya quicker, so maybe I do that instead. Alright, we'll try this, but just know that like this is I don't have the right tools to fight this team. But we're gonna do what we can. Alright. So see who we can stun. 2 out of 4. That could have been better. Ooh, that Holden hits hard. Dang. Okay. Let's try and freeze them. All 4 freeze. Okay, alright. Let's hit Sonya. I'm sure she's wearing Bloodbath, so this isn't going to do a ton. Yeah, we only did like 30% of her HP. That's kind of discouraging. So we're going to do the Dispel, actually. And save our stun for... Ugh, she unfroze. She healed a lot. Alright, let's hit her again. Tiamat transformed. That's bad news. Liliam died. Alright, well, all hope is lost. Liliam died. Like, that was our main source of damage. Yeah. There's 0 chance of winning this at this point. But yeah, we'll keep trying to kill the Sonya. Because I have to kill her first. If I kill any other unit, then she's going to revive. But yeah, I just like died everything else while I'm trying to kill her. They're so tanky. Dude, I kind of want to go back to the meta where Tiamat sucked. We're just, like, our attacks are like irrelevant. And this is the kind of thing that like high-ranking players have complained about, where like you have the double bruiser, double healer, and then you just like set your game for auto and set a timer for 20 minutes and then like come back and see what happened. And it's kind of sad, but it's kind of how it is. All right, so we need to refresh. We'll fight the top ranked person again. And this is a cleave team. Sort of a variation on like the typical cleave team, but it is a cleave team. So, yeah, we're going to go in with this. We got our own cleave, but a little bit of a backup plan. We'll see if we just die. Yelly died. Well, alright. That was kind of predictable. I don't feel like we need to buff anybody. We'll just use our AoE. And stun them. The chances of coming back from this are like basically nothing. Dude, that's a really tanky Yelly. That's a surprisingly tanky Yelly. But that explains why she didn't just wipe us out, because they're using something that isn't giving her as much damage. It was still enough to kill my Yelly, because she's like a glass cannon, but yeah, she's taken the hits. Much more of a like mid-range build. Oh no, here comes the second revelation hit. We're gonna die. Rahu stands alone. Rahu dies. Alright. Last one. Refresh. Last attack for the day. I actually didn't even notice what this team is. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. So Rahu, Obel... This is kind of interesting. So I'm seeing a lot of like commonalities between what I've been using here. I think we try and use Hellkit in this case. And maybe instead of our Obel, we bring in Freya. Oh no, they're just way too fast. They're so fast. Yeah, it's all over. There you go. That's a cleave team. Okay. Well, there were a couple interesting matches there. It was a bit of a mixed bag. Is there anything I want to buy right now? Yeah, I guess I'll buy these 2 poles right here. And then get the Shadow Prince. And then I'm probably just done until the shop resets in 5 days. Hello? Claim, claim, claim. Use our last bit of stamina there. Alright, it is vampire time. Silver and blood. Oops. I forgot I needed to close the launcher. Okay. Silver and blood. New version. Yes, update. Dude, I've been enjoying this game so much. I'm like a week in, like maybe exactly a week in, I think. Like the voice acting, the story, the aesthetic. I've also been pretty lucky with my polls too, so that probably helps. And it feels like it's a game that I'm actually like excited to be making videos for, which as a content creator I think is important. Because like Nikke is Nikke, like obviously, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's still my main thing, and I think the best gacha ever made. But also, like, I've been playing it a long time, so I'm not sure I'm like excited to be making videos about it per se. And then like with Girls Frontline 2, it got to the point where I really just like it felt like the game was kind of boring and repetitive, and that was like, I don't know. I talked about that whole thing, so I like wasn't really excited to do that anymore, so that's why I quit. And for Etheria, I'm not quitting Etheria, but like the way they do the character previews and just like generally the news and like not showing us the skill kits ahead of time, and the fact that it's just a lot of like strange decisions by the developers, you know, it makes it so I'm not really excited to be making videos for Etheria. But Silver and Blood, it's just been like nothing but good vibes, you know? And I always make this disclaimer. I've said this in multiple videos now. The devs have a bad reputation, and they have done some shady things in the past. There's been nothing specifically negative that has happened with Silver and Blood, but just know that that is a thing. But I'm going to take this as like a good sign in that they just like made a good product, and they're like kind of trying to turn things around. Because Silver and Blood has just been like super dope. Why does this keep like getting moved? Hello? Hello? Fit to screen? Bro, what happened? Why isn't it showing up? Strange. I literally just recorded a video on this last night in Streamlabs. So why isn't it showing up? Do I need to start? Is that the problem? Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Okay, let's try this again. No? Is still a problem? You guys can get audio from the game, right? You're hearing it? Bro. Let's try this. There we go. Good lord. I don't know why lately, or I mean, it's only been an issue with Silver and Blood, but like sometimes I just, like I have to redo a bunch of settings for it to show up in Streamlabs. Bob says you started straight after my video. Oh shit, what is happening?
Interwoven. Prophecies are not tales of what's to come.
Every tale told is not a prophecy of what's to come, but an echo of what has already transpired. Whoa. Why is it like starting a new account? Oh my god. What is the problem here? Let me start this. Do I have to sign back in? What happened? Bro, technical difficulties. Go to website? No, that's not what I want. Dude, why is everything difficult right now? What if I just close the launcher completely and start over again? I don't know how I would have even gotten signed out. Anyway, Bob says he started straight after watching my video. That's pretty cool. So why is it not letting me sign into my account? Is it because I played on my phone earlier? Did it like kick me out from that? That's like going to be really annoying if that's true. Let's see what happens.
Silver and blood.
Settings. Is it this? Switch account. Okay, hold up. Let me hide my screen really quick. Switch account. What is happening? All right, game is restarting. Okay, Jesus. That was like the most... I wonder if it's because I played on my phone. I'd never played on the mobile version before, but typically with any kind of game, you can go back and forth. Like, you can't be on two platforms at once, obviously, but you can go back and forth without it being a problem. I don't know why it kicked me out. But yeah, okay. Warlock Warlord says, it's just how people were wary of Nexon when they released Blue Archive, but they have managed that IP wonderfully. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, scamming people is bad. It's illegal, and nobody likes that. But, you know, people, businesses, whatever, you know, they can change, they can be reformed, if for no other reason than just like threat of further like legal action or bankruptcy, right? So I think that, you know, I've said this before, like, you want to go in like with eyes open and knowing the history of things, but don't just automatically not do something. Because like maybe it's better, maybe it's cool, you know? Dude, honestly, this opening scene here is just like, it doesn't have boobas, but it's so good. All right, let's go to the boutique, click on some things. If you guys haven't watched it already, definitely watch my video that went out last night / this morning about mistakes to avoid when playing this game. I talk about 10 different things that will get you off to a really good start. They'll be familiar to Nikke players, but there are some specific things about this game. Definitely watch that video, and you'll be set. Remember that your #1 priority is the 160 wall, but there's a lot of other things as far as like what you should or shouldn't use your currency on and things like that. So yeah, anyway, I won't waste my time or your time just talking about it twice. Just go watch the video if you haven't already. Ooh, nice. I reached a milestone. I got yesterday my free copy of Bella, which is super cool. So I actually have her at Limit Break 2 now. So I need one more. And she'll be my first max limit break unit, which is very exciting. What is this? Oh, it's the login event. Is this like an affection? Oh no, it's a skill book thing. Okay, nice. That's very valuable. Oh, also, I need to change the game that I'm playing on Twitch. Hold up. Silver and Blood. Cool. Changed. Oh, also, let me post on the official Silver and Blood Discord really quick. There we go. Okay. We're back in. Let's visit the castle. I want to make a video talking about like the best characters in the game and like who you should use your selectors on and kind of like your top like DPS, your top tanks, your top support, things like that. So that video will be coming soon. And then probably also do like a tour of the castle and just talk about like all the different things that can happen in here because there's just a lot going on. Let's quick claim all these. Quick expedition. Ooh, nice. That'll be nice to get. Also, we're getting some moon tiers there. I like how the dispatch in this game doesn't take that long. Some of the missions in Nikke are like, you know, 4 or 5 hours or whatever to complete. Hall of Honor. Oh, I don't have anything to do in there yet. Council Chamber. Okay. So I need to change who I'm going to invite to council. So we're going to take Iona off because I have her at 10 and I can't increase her more unless I get another copy of her. Which maybe I'll do some more polls for her. Maybe doing polls for some last minute polls for Timeless Iona. We got one more day of her, I think, or like a day and a half. And I think the next units are nothing to be like super excited about. Again, I'm new to the game, so don't take my word for it necessarily. But according to all my research and my experience of playing this for about a week, I think we can safely save. We're also getting a free unit, free SSR. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so who else do I want to add to the council? Probably go with Van Helsing. Oh, and I just got the skin for Haughty, which is pretty cool. It's a good skin. I'll show you guys in a second if you haven't gotten it already. Okay, so what are we talking about? Regarding prohibiting the consumption of raw flesh and blood. All right, these are always kind of interesting. I know eventually this is going to be like, oh, I've seen these same questions like a million times. But so far, it's been really interesting to see like the funny like family politics and like castle management questions in these meetings. So let's go ahead and begin the meeting. Bob says I have to do expeditions sequentially because you only have one kingdom SSR. I see. Yeah. Well, you'll get there. You'll get there. Okay. So Noah says recently many vassals have experienced digestive discomfort from consuming raw meat. Perhaps we should reduce the supply of raw meat in the dining hall. What are your thoughts on the matter? Like, this is such a vampire thing to be discussing. Like, consuming raw meat indeed increases the risk of disease transmission. I certainly don't wish to see everyone suffering from frequent stomach ailments. Let us partake in cooked fare instead. Preposterous! Consuming raw flesh and blood is not only a blood-borne tradition, but it also infuses our bodies with endless stream of vitality. Cooking destroys the essence of the blood. Would you have us adopt the digestive sensibilities of humans? In my view, we should steadfastly maintain the blood-borne tradition of consuming raw sustenance. So, what are your thoughts on prohibiting the consumption of raw flesh and blood? Alright, so Otavia, who's my main girl, says a sensible decision, you suppose. Okay, alright, so we're probably going to go with that because I want to increase her affection above anybody else's anyway. Hati says, I'm in, just follow me and we can't fail. Okay, all right. So again, a vote for it. Bella says there are risks, but the potential profits are substantial. So she's for it as well. Her stupid puppet always has to talk to. She's on board, yes. Van Helsing says, so even you have your moments of doubt? I don't know how to interpret that. I'm not sure what Van Helsing is getting at here. Maybe that means he's for it as well? Oh yes, he says, let's do it. It's time. I'll lead the way, okay? Are there any other perspectives? Don't get too cocky. You're nothing but a vassal. I'm pretty sure Lamia is probably... She probably wants to keep eating a lot of raw meat. But we're going to say prohibit raw consumption, promote cooked food. Not bad. Okay, so we made the right choice for Otavia. We made the right choice for Hati. Made the right choice for Bella. We made the right choice for Van Helsing. Oh, it was also the right choice for Lamia. I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was going to be the wrong choice for her. But hey, that's cool. She says, fine. This lady will change her vote. Happy now? All right, so that was our, like, advising. It's kind of a different system than Nikke, but it's kind of fun. It's interesting. All right, to the observatory. I need to find the next thing to observe. You guys should invest in the observatory. So this is one thing I didn't talk about in my video that I just put out this morning. But you should definitely prioritize observing this. Do as much as you can. Invest in this. I know it will cost a lot, but this is just going to increase your like overall gathering of resources. So invest in this. The earlier you level up all these constellations, the better, because you're just going to get more benefits that will accumulate over time. Starry Wilderness. This was kind of a confusing thing. It just didn't activate for a long time. I'm going to make a video on this, but for those of you that are watching on stream right now, just know that if nothing is happening here, don't stress. Just keep trying to find the keys in various things throughout the campaign and you'll unlock more locations. And eventually people will come here to talk to you. Let's see, transfusion with our next update, which will be happening tomorrow, I think, question mark. There's going to be no cooldown for swapping people in and out of infusion. So that's pretty cool that that's happening in this game super early on when it's taken Nikke like 2.5 years to do that. All right, Ritual Chamber. Ooh, nice. I can level this up. Not quite enough to do it again, though. And then I don't have anything in these other two things yet.
A fulfilling day indeed.
What do I have this in alert? Oh, the tribute. I'm going to hold off on this because if I can level up my tribute more, then I'll use the extra sermon at like the end of dailies. You know what I mean? Gotta do my clan sign in. Thank you, thank you. My ancestral vault. Have to offer some blood. Once the chalice gets full, then we get serene. Or I could, in theory, switch to a different one, but I don't have any other options. So I'm assuming I'll unlock them in the future, and then I could get like different ancestors. We'll see how that works. This is a pretty good skin, not gonna lie. But I don't have Ressa yet, and I actually am a big fan of Ressa's original look. So I'm also staying, free to play for now. This is the new event that's coming up. Again, launching in like a little over 24 hours. Prophecy. Let's do this. Lucas says, how long does a typical set of dailies take to do per day in Silver and Blood? You figure that if you get into the game, you don't want to spend too long if you're out of town or something. Well, so the short answer is pretty much the same as Nikke, I would say. You know, it depends on like what event is happening or whatever. But you know, you might spend like 30 minutes doing it. That said, at the beginning, there's a ton of campaign to do, right? So you could spend however long you want on that, and you'll be able to make rapid progression through days. You know, you could spend like hours for the next like 4 days playing, just like doing campaign, right? But that's like totally up to you. And I'm taking like kind of a casual approach where I don't want to rush through the story because it's like fully voiced and really good. But actual, just like bare bones dailies, I think would take you like 30-ish minutes, you know, just like similar to Nikke. Oh, my team is getting fried by the Phoenix Breath. Still got Bella and Otavia up. Otavia can survive a long time because she has that lifesteal ability. I've actually soloed some stages with just Otavia because she keeps healing herself. But finally she went down there. And Timeless Iona is just insanely OP. Like, she might be able to solo the rest of this Phoenix on her own. Although we just took a lot of damage to the face right there. So, maybe not. But she is capable of doing it, in theory. The good thing about placing her right in the middle is that a lot of times the Phoenix will do these fire things that go down each column in the side, but won't hit her in the middle. It did do a rare middle attack there. Now these little Phoenixes are going to kill me, though. Yeah, it's unfortunate. If she was able to get off her big ultimate, like 1 second sooner, she would have been able to kill those Phoenixes, but I think the timing was messed up somehow. But we get to go in with 3 different teams. This is kind of like a mini like raid boss. That was by far my strongest team, though. My other teams are way worse. So I don't know if I'll be able to beat this Phoenix. So we're going to put Helsing right here in the middle. He's definitely my next strongest person. And then we'll put our tank here. And Amy here. And she's going to heal our tank. And then I forget this person's name. She's a really funny character. I just like have recently met her in the story. She's a decent unit. And then everybody says Kane is crap, but he's still one of my better options right now. We'll put him over here. This is going to be rough, though. I don't expect to do a ton of damage. Maybe we'll move Van Helsing just up here a little bit. All right. I did learn that Helsing should not have anybody in front of him. I read his skills. Also, chat pointed it out initially. He gets way more crit damage if no one's standing in front of him. It's kind of a unique... Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. It just clustered us over there on the left, and now it's going to nuke us. Oh, yeah. Yep. We're going to take a ton of damage from this. We might die. Helsing went down. Yeah, we did not very much damage. It, like, sucking us all over to the side there with whatever that skill was, definitely messed us up. Warlock Willard says he sees cake. Dude, there's definitely cake in this game. There's cake in this game for sure. Alright, this looks like a scuffed run, honestly. We'll finish it out, but, like, my third team is terrible. Again, I've only been playing for a week, so I don't have a ton of options here. By the way, welcome to those who are just joining the stream, playing some Silver and Blood. If you're watching on Twitch, would appreciate a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, would appreciate a like and maybe even a sub. All right, so let's bring out what's her face and what's his face. So we have a little summoner combo here. We're not gonna beat this guy, but still. Oh, actually, wait. We gotta get our tree guy right here, and we'll do this. Okay, and then I don't think having a tank that can taunt in this matchup is really gonna matter. Otherwise, like, she would be good. Darcius, you thought was a male at first? I mean, because her shoulders look super wide because she has that cape that has the second set of arms. Like, she's actually, like, you know, pretty, like, feminine form when you look at her just, like, body. But I could see why, like, the impression is, like, a kind of male silhouette at first. Anyway, so then I think we'll go with Iona here. Maybe we just move everybody up. Let's move everybody up. I don't know why I'm putting so much thought into this when this team has no shot anyway, but whatever. And then we're going to put our range unit over here and leave it at that. Try and do our best. Dude, Clive should not be standing that close. He needs to pull back and just summon his werewolves. Dude, we're already almost dead. This wave of little phoenixes is gonna kill us. Well, technically we're still alive. I've beaten this level before, but I think it's because I had better timing with Iona's skills. Yeah, reset. Let me try this one more time, because Iona can almost, like, solo it, but she needs to be using her ultimate at the right timing to wipe out all those phoenixes. So we'll give this one more shot. If it doesn't work, we'll move on to something else. So let's see. We need Hati, Bella, Otavia, Iona.
Every me stands with you now.
Those who don't know subservience
Lamia.
shall
Okay.
be punished.
Yeah, see if we get some better RNG this time.
That's not a customer.
Without end comes this moment, and the future without limits begins from here.
We only have one item in stock.
Oh my god, Hati just... Oh no, she's already down. That was not good. Here comes our wave of phoenixes that's going to kill us, probably. Oh, maybe I did kill them just in time, actually. Because she still has her full shield up. Keeping Iona's shield up is, like, very critical. Can we get her skill off in time? Yes. Okay. So this looks crazy, but Iona might have a chance to solo this Phoenix. Because I held off on their, like, ultimate skills for a minute there to change the timing. So now, in theory, she'll wipe. I placed her in a spot where none of the other skills are hurting her, and she should wipe this wave of Phoenixes every time. Yeah, so they didn't hit her. And none of the Phoenix's other attacks can hit her because of where I put her. So she'll just solo the rest of this Phoenix. So So you gotta put her in the middle on the back. And then, like I said, make sure you time your use of ultimates so she gets it off before the phoenixes hit her in the face. And then you're kind of just like cruising at that point. Bob asks, is Otavia your sustain? So Otavia can sustain herself, but I don't really have a healer on this team. Basically my tank is Bella, and then basically everybody else is DPS, with Otavia healing herself, you know?
Begins from here.
And Timeless Iona just like wrecking everybody's face. There we go. Oh no, it killed me at the last second. Alright, so Iona wasn't quite able to finish that, but that's okay. It only has 2 health bars left. We can definitely clear this with our other teams. But you can see, hopefully that will help you out if you guys are fighting this Phoenix. You can see how crazy that is just by like putting her in the right spot and like timing that ultimate correctly. Okay, so Helsing, what's her butt? Amy. Amy's one of my favorite characters. She's really interesting in the story. She's funny. And then we'll put in our tank, Darcius, and yeah, we'll put Kayn in here again too.
Let's indulge in a delightful game, shall we?
Leave it to me.
I think my unit placement was kind of bad because the same thing happened. They got sucked over there to the left side. But it's okay. We're going to kill this guy right now. And then we'll just quick assault. Oh, whoops. Yeah, quick assault. I'm not able to beat level 4. I'm just like too low level to do anything with that. All right. What do we have waiting for us in the castle? Oh, it's just because of the tribute. I haven't done that. Okay. To the Lost Courtyard. Also, for those that were asking about how long dailies take, obviously I'm taking longer to do things on stream. It's different than if you were just like playing, right? All right, so let's do... Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can level anybody up before we do anything, actually. Oh, we can get equipment. Oh, so here's the new skin for Hati. Dude, she just dipped it in the water there. Keeping it cool, I guess. Yo, designers, you I see you. You knew what you were doing here. You But yeah, this is the free skin for Hati. Unfortunately, it honestly, I liked her original design. It's pretty dope. She already looks pretty nice. But the skin is pretty great. I heard they're going to rerun this, so if you did miss it in the event, if you really want it, you have a chance to get it some other way. I don't know the details on it, though. But anyway, do I have equipment to put on people? I do. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of equipment on Amy. Just upgrade the people.
Come, let us begin.
It's like trickle down to whoever gets the next worst thing at this point. Okay, but can I level up? You're loving the art style. There are a lot of plot. There is a lot of plot. But yeah, the art style in general is really cool, right? Like, it's very stylized. It definitely has the same kind of vibes as the like Castlevania show, which was probably intentional. It's not an art style that you see in a lot of games, which I really appreciate. You know, a lot of things about this game stand out compared to what we typically see in like 1,000 other gacha games. You know what I mean? Like they really, I mean, in a way, it almost feels like too obvious of a copy because they took so many of the systems from Nikke. But Nikke was a great one to copy, I have to say. So like they took a lot of the like good systems about Nikke and then put their own unique art style on it and made a really solid story with good voice acting. And so it's like, you know, if you're a Nikke player, but you want a different vibe, you're really going to enjoy this. I'm just trying to level everybody equally, of course, because just like in Nikke, you know, I'm using the infusion to make sure that everybody gets leveled. So that's why I keep going back and forth between them. All right, and that was the last level I could get to.
My wish is simple.
So we got 94, 94, 94, 94, 93. So I need to level up Iona. I'm not quite able to get there. Okay. Oh, got some journal rewards. Journal rewards. Whatever the heck I just said. We'll come back to that. Like I said, we might do some timeless Iona polls. Time-worn mausoleum. Here we go. This is one of my more favorite game modes. It's kind of cool. I think it's pretty interesting. So in this particular level, we gotta split our units. We're getting attacked from both sides. And we gotta keep the waves of enemies from getting to the portal here. So I think we got Iona and Hati over here. Bella. I probably want to put Hati over here where Bella's getting taunted because she's a little more fragile. And then I got my ranged DPS here. And yeah, Iona and Otavia will just like wreck things on this side because they're both kind of like one-woman armies. Whether I'm under-leveled for this in general, I might be. We'll see. I might just be too weak for this stage, but I think this is a pretty good setup. You can tap right next to the blood power number. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Your highest level units are lined up. Alright, we're definitely going to take this Bella item. And nice. We'll take this beeswax with it. That was kind of a fortunate opening. Okay, we'll make our board bigger. That's not going to help us. When using basic attacks, all melee units have a chance to deal damage in a cone. So Hati would be a melee damage. Otavia. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's move this over. And let's bring in this. Like, this is just like a fun strategic game mode. So, Bob, you're talking about if I just wanted to do like an auto formation? I don't think any of these things are going to do anything for me. So we'll grab this. And again, just kind of scoot things over to make some space. And then I think Firefly. I don't remember what I need, but we're just gonna grab this and put it in our bag in case we need it for a future item.
Without limits begins from here.
That's not a customer.
Okay, yes, we will take this. This doesn't do anything for us, so we'll just expand our board again. I think I put Hati in a bad space. Maybe I should have moved her up next to Bella. Oh no, a guy's gonna get through. A guy's gonna get through. Stop those fools. Oh no. Okay. Okay, we'll use the pine cone, so we'll activate this. That's good, that's good. Okay, so now we have a completed weapon. Our first one. And then we'll grab this claw for Hati. Hopefully get to use in the future. We got another chest. Okay. Wait, does this synergize with this? No, it doesn't. Okay. Ooh, we got a Lamia weapon. This Mercury doesn't do shit. So let's expand our board. Put it here. And then, yeah, just stick that there, I guess. Does this synergize with that? No. I don't know if we're ever going to need that.
That's not a customer. And that's done. The past without end becomes its moment. And that's not a
Oh boy, it's getting crazy. We really need to finish some type of weapon. This doesn't center. Oh, okay. So let's move this over and this over. Oh, no, maybe I don't want this. Create blood pools. Okay. I got excited for no reason. We'll put this here. Still doesn't do anything. I think we need to expand our board for sure. We'll stick that down there. Oh, we just immediately got another treasure chest. Okay. This is awkward placement now. How can I move these things around? Let's move this down. And hold up. Okay. You gotta try and like fit them in the puzzle pieces. And like any of the like supporting items need to touch the main weapon. So you gotta find the right places to stick things. Hold up. What does this need to activate? Nothing. What did this need to touch? Oh, this. Okay. Okay. So let's just move everything out of the way here for a second. Stick this over here. And then... Hello? Move out of the way. Okay. But I thought I had something that needed to touch that claw. I didn't have anything that would touch that claw? Really? Did I just like imagine that? Oh, it's this. Right. Okay, I'm still trying to make room for that. Okay. I actually don't know. So this is something I need to find out. Will this weapon be active if I put it in my bag? Does this still count? I don't know if I don't get the effects if I put this down here. I should look that up. Because that would be a big deal. Alright, but we're going to expand our board. So let's do this. And then put this down here. Because, yeah, like, if I finish this weapon and then I can just, like, drop it in my bag and still get the benefits, that's kind of a game changer. But I just don't know if that actually works. It might have to be on the board for me to get the benefits from it. Oh, someone made it through the portal. Dude, it's getting crazy over here on the right-hand side. Okay, I don't need double antlers. So we'll just expand the board up here. And like the pearls don't do anything, but I guess I'll just put it in my bag and keep going. Oh, what is this? I don't think I've ever seen this. Sealed Nightcrawler's tincture? I don't know what that means. Blood soul recovery is increased slightly. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. This doesn't do anything. Okay, so we'll expand the board. I think I'll just stick this up here. And then, I don't know, let's put this here. Do these combine with it? No, they don't. Okay. Oh, another chest immediately. Okay. Ooh, finally. Okay, okay, okay. We're getting Lamia's weapon, finally. So, let's move things around a little bit so I can fit that in. Hold this down. Where do I need to put things? I'll put this here for the moment. Let me stick these up here and do this. There we go. Okay. And now we can put the sword down here. Nice. We have 2 completed weapons. That's really good. This would be a good upgrade. This would definitely be a good upgrade. All marksmen are accompanied by a wooden arrowcraft. Attack speed up 15%. That's pretty good. And we do have something to synergize with it already. Still can't do shit with this pearl though. Because most important, basically any ranged unit, and most importantly, Timeless Iona, my most powerful unit, is considered a marksman. It wouldn't really help me with any other units, but just getting like more attack speed for Timeless Iona's basic attack would be super good. Okay, not a lot of helpful stuff. This doesn't do anything. We can expand. So that's cool. I guess we'll take the silver and just put it in the bag. That chest wasn't great. Okay, what do we got for us here? Ooh. Finally. Okay. We got Hati's Claw completed. Dude, I really need to complete this chest, but it's like I'm never getting the item that I need to for it. Let's just expand our board. Maybe, yeah, maybe here. And this is kind of a really unique, like, buff building, item crafting kind of mode that I haven't seen in other games. But I think we're going to win this. I think we got this, because we're coming all the way to the end here. Unless they do something insane. We've survived well. We got a chest. Not that it really matters at this point. What do I even do with this? Whatever. I don't need this coral either. We'll expand the board. And stick this item here, I guess. But when this guy dies, I think it just ends. We only let one escape Phantom through. That was pretty good.
begins from
This
here.
victory, I'll take it.
Nice. Collect some achievement rewards. And grab today's rewards. So these are like your skill books. These are all skill up materials. That's really good. Talents. Ooh, okay. And these are like permanent buffs that you can get. So I can unlock the next one. So everyone's going to get attack plus 50, HP plus 1000, and defense plus 25 on both physical and magical. Cool. It'll help with the next stage. Okay, so Dutchman's Revenge. Oh, let's grab these rewards. Dutchman's Revenge is a little mini game. It's like a one-time kind of thing that you do. It's sort of a puzzle, a maze that you have to get through, but it's how you unlock your artifacts. So we'll do one of these. We'll do one of these. Sometimes they can take a little bit of figuring out. A Fool's Illusion. So you get different abilities from different like units. Okay, so you can distract people. And you can turn into a bat with the other unit. Okay. So we have Noah and Impuza. So they're each gonna have like their pros and cons. So in this case, I'll need to use Impuza first and turn her into a bat to unlock the door for Noah. That seems pretty obvious. And then Noah can go through this portal and he'll come out, what, on top of this enemy, I guess? Because if I go through this red portal, it's going to put me out here. Oh, so I should probably use my illusion first. Okay. So let's do that. And then end the round. There we go. Now we'll have Noah go through the portal. And then we can stab this guy in the back. Cool. And we're like on a ship. We're like sneaking around like the lower decks of a ship. That's kind of the aesthetic. Okay, so now I presumably... Can I move any further? I can't. So I guess we'll just try and get Impuza through as well. I don't know what'll happen if they're on the same square. Oh, she can't go through because Noah's in the way. Okay, can I use this? I can't reach anybody with this. Okay, so we just got to pass to the next round. And when this gauge fills up, then you fail. Okay, so presumably she'll automatically come through when I move Noah. I'm assuming that's how that works. And we're going to move up here. And then use the illusion to have the enemy step forward onto the next switch. But go back to Impuza. She didn't automatically go through the portal. That's unfortunate. Yes, this is a mini game. Okay, now we went through it. I wonder if that messed us up. Because I'm kind of having to take an extra turn now. Okay, so we'll go to the next round. Okay, so he opened the door for us. Now we can turn into a bat. Fly around behind him. And fight him.
We fight to bring peace.
And now we have like kind of a normal fight. So this is like the main combat. This is like what things actually look like. So I'm going to use Hati up here to rush forward and assassinate their healers in the back. And then everybody else will stay kind of in the typical formation. Oh, we're going to reorder them like that though. Because her range isn't as long as Iona. Yeah, you can think of it like Lost Sector. Yeah, it's a good analogy, a good analog for it. Nice, we got the key. So now we'll switch to... Oh, I see. Okay, so I need to be a bat again. Oh, no. I think I fucked up. Because... I need Impuza to be able to go here. I can't turn into a bat again. So where did I mess up? Oh, no. Okay, let's go back a few spaces. They have an undo, which is nice. Okay. So next round. I know what I need to do. Wait, will that work? Wait, undo again, undo again. Yeah, this has to be right? Still need to do the recent Lost Sectors? Yeah, so do I, Warlock. I still need to do them as well. So I need... Impuza to block the portal for Noah, but then she can't turn back into a bat. Did I mess up earlier on and do something bad? We're gonna restart because I think I just messed it up, because I can only turn into a bat 3 times. I have to turn into a bat here. So that's one use. I'll use the distraction here like I did. That I'm pretty sure that was right. Then go through the portal. Oops, I can't go through the portal yet. That's right. Okay, so we'll just move up here. I have to pass the turn. This guy moves off. You got stuck on hard mode campaign on chapter 36. I mean, that's impressive. Hard mode 36. I actually don't remember what chapter I'm on. Okay, so actually I didn't... Okay, I'm going to be in the same situation because I have to turn into a bat again to get through this. So I must have been thinking about this wrong somehow. Oh, you know what? Yes, I was thinking about this wrong. I just realized I'll only go through the portal I'll only go through the portal if I end on it. I should be able to walk across it without a problem. So I think I just like thought there was an obstacle that wasn't even there. We'll test this theory in a second, but I'm pretty sure I just like don't actually have the issue that I thought I did. All right, next round. I just like invented an issue that wasn't an issue. But we'll test this right now. Okay, so we'll turn into a bat and then fight this guy. I didn't need to restart, I don't think. But we'll test this hypothesis in a second after I win this battle. Okay, so I think I can just walk over it. I think I can just walk over it. No, I can't. So that is a problem. So how do I avoid that? Boy, I'm actually stuck. Oh, maybe I shouldn't kill this guy. I can't use the yellow portal with Impuza because she can't use a bat. I think I just realized I'm not supposed to kill this guy. Maybe I'm supposed to just get him to stand on... No, but then I can't go through. What? Oh my god. Am I stupid? Is my brain just fried? Wait, so let's just undo these steps. Maybe before I turn her into a bat, I should stand here, then make Noah just walk one step ahead. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I was being stupid. Okay. So now we can go back to being a bat. There we go.
We fight to bring peace.
That's not a customer.
So before I was just flying through both portals, not portals, both gates with Impuza, whereas I needed to stand on the portal to cross the first gate and then just become a bat to go through the second gate rather than flying through both of them.
Begins from here.
All right, Noah, open the treasure. Well, that took me longer than it should have. Nice, 500 blood tears. That's pretty good. And then this is the next artifact to unlock. I want to get this. I won't do this tonight, but this is a really good one. It increases all your basic attacks. Okay, so Infinite Abyss. This is kind of like your tribe tower. I don't know what my team is like for these. Oh, I have a pretty good team for this one. Okay. Yeah, we should be fine. Because I can actually use Bella and Lamia on this one. So, I mean, two of my best units. I didn't like... I mean, yeah, Kane's not good, but get to use Iona for a healer. and I get to use Otavia, so actually 3 of my best units. This is probably my easiest tribe tower now that I think about it.
Raw materials for my merchandise.
Okay, let's move her over.
For my merchandise. Those who don't know subservience.
Pull
shall be
Kane
punished.
over. And yeah, that seems good, I guess.
Subservience shall be punished. Not a customer.
So something worth noting about using Bella is that Bella herself does not taunt, but Bella makes summons that do taunt. And so that's why she's kind of like a quote-unquote tank, even though like she's not actually a tank. Alright, Lone Syndicate, get some rest. Thanks for hanging out.
And that's death.
We're victorious. For the moment.
All raw materials for my merchandise.
Okay, so they have some long-ranged guys. We don't want to get hit in the face by those. So let's do this.
We fight to bring peace.
And yeah.
Kiss
That's not a customer.
I grant you a proper death.
That's not a customer.
Taste the bitterness of this forbidden fruit.
I don't play Lost Sword, no. I have heard of it. It's definitely a very cultured looking game, but I haven't tried it.
For the moment.
Besides the obvious appeal of Lost Sword, is it what's the game like? Tell me about it.
A fulfilling day indeed.
Ooh, nice. Perfect shards. So maybe we can open one of those tonight. Let's see. Oh, I got a high level friend. They're over level 100. But my friend list is full. Okay. Nice. That's pretty cool.
The longest journey begins.
Don't wander around aimlessly.
Okay, so I think... Well, let's level the ritual chamber.
Impressive, right?
Oh, auto select. I don't want to do story on stream, so let's just do our extra sermon right now.
The longest journey begins with a
Just because I don't want to spoil the story for you. Like, the story is that good. Like, you really, you should enjoy it. You should definitely just enjoy it. And I'm like, you know, randomly in the middle of chapter 10, so so I can't actually increase the ritual level without doing campaign. So I just might as well collect my resources and then level up as much as I can, and then see if I can beat the last stages of the event before it ends. So let's go to vassals. It says it's an idle version of Epic 7 with thick waifus. Yeah, I know it's got thick waifus. I played Epic 7 for like 2 days, so I kind of don't remember what it was like.
What have you been up to?
So I'm probably gonna need a little more to go off of with that.
What have you been up to lately?
I remember I like started to re-roll, and then I like couldn't get the character that I wanted, and so I like played for one more day after that, and I just decided I was over it. Okay, Tomb of the Fallen.
From your past is no easy.
So let's see how well we can do against Baphomet here. Combat is a side scroller. Huh.
We fight to bring peace.
Okay, I think we just leave things set up how they are. So as a side scroller, like a real-time like platformer kind of side scroller, or like an auto battler, it just happens to be side scroller, kind of like Azure Lane, or what? Although I'm kind of lucky that I pulled Haughty and she's actually my main Crescent Moon, since she just happened to have a free skin as well. That's pretty cool. Auto Battler? Okay, okay. And they just happen to be moving to the side. Zero platforming. Alright, phase 2 for Baphomet. It's when things get real. I cannot get a full clear on him, because I think I just unlocked him yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday. Oh no, Haughty went down. Their DPS really ramps up. Oh no, Tavia went down. Things are falling off. Bella's still standing there with her puppets, but she's gonna go down in a minute. Whoa, she's surviving with a sliver of health. She just managed to summon 2 puppets at the right time. Oh, never mind. Alright. Iona versus the world for like 2 seconds, and then she went down.
I'll take it.
Tier 6 clear. Okay. See, I'm already starting to get purple gear, though, and, like, I don't know, maybe some people can use this. Let's see. Is there actually, like, is this gear for anybody? None of my main units, but for some people. Okay. So give it to Frederick. See, he's already got a purple helmet.
Is there a task that requires my
Man, I wish Kayn was more meta. I haven't researched enough to see why he's bad. Well, actually, I do. I take that back. I kind of forgot. But he's a very interesting character. But he's pretty good in that wave battle mode.
Hey there. What have you been up to lately?
What took you so long?
Lady Impuza,
Befitting a vassal of mine.
one of the main characters.
I wield my blade to protect friends and kin.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. This sword is literally just like stabbed through his neck.
Oh, what? You don't look like much at all.
Got another copy of Lamia, by the way, which is pretty cool. Her design is crazy. Lamia is definitely a favorite. Like, she's got that like super kind of psychotic, scary vampire. Like, she's definitely going to suck the blood out of you until you die. And like these, like, dude, whoever did these like proportions, like, that's like, yo, just saying, they did all the right things. Like, she's scary and hot at the same time. I guess scary hot. Very fitting for like a vampire empress. Okay. I guess we'll try and do... Let's do our Cosmic Singularity run. Just quick clear it.
Victories guide us to the next
What is
battle.
in this? Oh, I don't want to open these. I don't want to open
May
these.
summon eternal silence.
Unless... Can I just level up now?
If you become lost,
I can. Okay. Sweet.
tempest flows on.
Okay,
If you
so
become
everybody got synced to 94 now. Maybe that'll help me clear this. So I can't beat these last two stages of the event. But maybe I can now that I leveled up a little bit. I am still below the suggested power level.
past or future, every
So
knee
I think I
stands
want to
with you now.
stick with this setup. Dude, Otavia is taking so much damage. I'm using... Like, I might be trying to do too much here. Ooh, maybe we got it. I think we got it, actually. I must have been, like, on the edge last time. Yeah, dude, Frederick isn't going to be able to, like, stand up to the 3. Dude, he's so tanky, though. Like, he's taken so many hits. That's crazy. Finally. Okay. All right. Nice. Got our clear bonus. Now, are we strong enough to beat the last stage? If not, I'll have tomorrow to level up a little bit more. But I have to fight this Phoenix, and we're way under power. But we'll try it. We'll try it.
Past or future, every me stands with you now.
And yeah, we'll just stick with this setup. So this is, you know, like the raid boss that I was fighting. So mechanically, if I keep this formation, this worked really well. But I don't know if I'm just like too underpowered. Bob asked, should we buy the extra tries for this stage? I would say no. Oh my gosh. It's only Lamia and Iona left. We've done like no damage to this guy. I mean, we're way underpowered. We're like 30-something% under the suggested power. But anyway, to get back to your question, Bob, I'm not buying them because although there's pretty good things in the shop, I think as long as you can buy all the pulls, don't buy... Yeah, we're cooked. I gotta level up more. Hopefully I can beat this tomorrow. So I will just quick clear this stage for the rest of the rewards that I can get today.
Tis the right time.
But let's go to the shop so you can see what I'm talking about. Complete some tasks. So if we go to the shop, you're talking about buying these, right? For blood tiers. I would make sure you can buy all the pulls. So I'm going to get my last one here. If you can at least buy your 20 pulls, I wouldn't, because we're all new players, right? And we really need to save our currency for pulls to get as many duplicates and as many chances to get new units. Now, if you're buying runs, you know, like if you just get like 5 more runs and then it lets you like buy, you know, your extra pulls, that makes sense. But, you know, you're spending your currency that would go directly to pulls, so keep that in mind. And then these are good, like your skillet materials are definitely valuable. And these, like, this is all good stuff in the shop, but I think not at this stage in the game. You know, maybe once we've been playing for like a month or so and actually have like enough units where like maybe we're going to pass the 160 wall, then you probably want to buy your extra runs to clear out the shop. But right now, I would just be careful of it. I would just make sure you can buy both of these and then not buy extra runs. Alright, what do I have to do in the castle? Oh, the expeditions. I can claim some stuff. Cool. Okay, so we're going to Embrace. I have one copy of Timeless Iona, and I completed that like initial bonus round where you get all these things. You want to at least do all these. Like you get really good stuff along and free pulls along the way. But I finished all these, right? So the only real reason is to pull for copies, which would give me extra stats. Or if I'm insanely lucky, I get like, you know, 3-in-1 multi, and then I like use her to break the 160 wall, right? But we know that's gonna happen. She is the equivalent of like a pilgrim or an LD unit. So she is an ancestor, I believe. I forget where it says that. Yeah, ancestry. So she's like the low rarity unit, which means after her rate up goes away, it's going to be really hard to get her. She's not a limited unit, but it's going to be really hard to get her. And she's so good. And since the next two banners aren't, from what we know, predicted to be like really that great, we can save our currency through all those events. So for now, probably just doing more pulls on Timeless Iona is good. That's my thinking anyway. Although I could definitely see an argument for just saving. But we're going to see if I can at least get one more copy of her. I don't have enough for a friendship pull yet. This is just if you bought extra pulls. Don't do that. And then I don't have quite enough to do a normal pull here. But this is mostly what I want to be doing, right? But anyway, enough talking. Let's at least do one multi for Timeless Iona here on stream. So it's going to cost me 900 blood tears and the rest of my scrolls. Come on. It's one strike. Two. Give me a third. Give me a third. No. We did not hit a Timeless Iona. Dude, that like the kind of like the forge, and then calling like new vassals or spirits. Dang, Seti looks so good. Dude, I've heard a lot of people say that Goldland is a sexy man. I could see it, honestly. He's a pretty interesting character too. 2 in a row. Anyway, that like forge feels like it came straight out of the Castlevania show, which is super good. If anybody has not watched the Castlevania Netflix show, you're missing out. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, not of like animated shows or Netflix or anything, just like in general of all time. Okay. Let's do another multi for Timeless Iona. I need 3 strikes of the hammer. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. It's not guaranteed to be Timeless Iona, but it's possible. At least we got an SSR. So we're going to stop here. We'll see what we get. We're going to end on a good note. You blew everything on Iona, 2 OP. Dude, Bob, I see that logic. I see that logic. All right, we got a Leo, Jones, Baphomet, super badass design. William, this character, this guy. I don't know if you've seen him in the story yet, but this guy. Anyway, the Black Frito, what's up, Welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's go. Henry.
Allow me to accompany you.
There's an Iona. Ooh, is this a good omen? Are we gonna get Timeless Iona?
Allow me to accompany you.
2 Ionas in a row. Okay, this is a sign.
I hope you can put up a fight.
Ah, It's not Timeless Iona, but Joanne is pretty cool. She's actually somebody that I wanted on my wish list. She is from the Church, I believe, the Church faction. She has some pretty cool techniques. She looks badass. It's not another copy of Timeless Iona, but hey, I'll take the new SSR. Dude, that weapon is nuts. She's pretty cool. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. It's been a good stream. Hope you guys are liking Silver and Blood as much as I am. And yeah. Did I pull Iona earlier? Yes, I already got Timeless Iona. Yeah. I mean, you've seen her. I've been using her the whole stream. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. More Silver and Blood videos are coming. I'm also going to make a video, of course, for pulling for Vesti and testing of her with the big Nikke update. I think she is the one to go for, especially if you pulled for the other two pieces of the squad in Absolute. You want to get Vesti for sure. And then if I'm able to later in the week, again, it is busy, but I'm going to try and make a video kind of talking about the new update of Etheria Restart and kind of some weird vibes about it, because we are getting new characters for that as well. All right, hope you guys have a good night, morning, afternoon, whatever it may be, wherever you're at in the world, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.